Hey guys, so right now I'm talking about the Apple Watch Ultra, and this thing is fire. Let's get right into it. I'm in love with it, and this is by far the most exciting thing that Apple has come out with at their Far Out event. Actually, this is the most exciting thing that Apple has come out with in a long time, at least in my opinion. Honestly, the iPhone isn't much different than the previous iPhones, except for the always-on display, the island, and the better cameras, but using all those features didn't really change the experience fundamentally for me, and I didn't really get that excited feeling that I typically get when a new Apple product comes out. Same with the Airpods Pro too. They are a substantial improvement over the original Airpods Pro, but that's to be expected. And the Apple Watch Series 8, I can't even tell the difference between the Apple Watch Series 6, which is the watch that I still have here. And I've been using the Apple Watch Series 8 for a little bit, and honestly, I was just not excited about it. And the Apple Watch Series 8, I can't even tell the difference between that one and the Apple Watch Series 6. And in fact, I've been using the Apple Watch Series 8 since it came out, and I'm sending it back, and I'm keeping the Ultra. So first of all, I don't need this watch. This is a luxury purchase. And secondly, I would run a 5K here and there, but I'm not a serious athlete. So I'm making this video for those who want the best Apple Watch available right now, once you can squeeze it into your budget. So let's talk about the build first. It's top notch, but honestly, do you expect anything less from Apple, especially at $800? It's solid exposed titanium sandwiched between a sapphire crystal display and a ceramic bottom. It's absolutely beautiful. When I saw the press briefing, I didn't think it was an attractive watch from the pictures and videos, but I kind of figured it was okay because this watch was designed more to be tough, so a lot of the design decisions went into making this as durable as possible instead of focusing on the aesthetics. But the moment I placed it in my hands, I was thankfully wrong. The antenna bands are nicely hidden around the top of the case, and right above the antenna lines there's a portion that's brushed and smoothed out that's reflective when light hits it. It gives it a nice luster, and it's a nice little attention to detail. And the ceramic bottom is actually a very similar color to the natural titanium, so again, that's the attention to detail that this product has. I really enjoy looking at this on my wrists. I was worried about the orange accents, but thankfully I was wrong and it looks beautiful. It's not an oversaturated orange to where it looks like a toy, but it's a bit muted and it serves the design well. And it even dresses up well. I switched out the orange band, which is the one I chose, when I was ready to go out at night, and it actually looked classy with my long sleeve button down shirt. And I noticed this while I was driving. To my surprise, it actually looks like a classy timepiece to where I will never ever feel embarrassed wearing this. Okay, so comfort wise, it's actually extremely comfortable on my wrist. I do have larger than normal wrists, so it sits on mine and it doesn't look out of place. I can imagine people with smaller wrists, this might not be an option for you. I really hope next year that they introduce a smaller size so this could be more accessible to more people. And it's not really that heavy either. I remember my Garmin Phoenix watches being substantially more heavy. I was able to sleep with this watch on my wrist no problem, so I could track my sleep and all that stuff. Another thing I like better is that it is redesigned compared to the Apple Watch, which really hasn't changed much in years. I love that the screen is flat. I don't ever want to go back to a curved Apple Watch screen. It's easy to navigate. I can see all the content on screen, and it's much easier to use the touchscreen. Also, the larger screen size makes it a lot easier to use as a touchscreen. I didn't realize how little I used my previous Apple Watches because the screen was much smaller, and it's kind of hard for my somewhat larger fingers to tap around on the screen. So I find myself using the Apple Watch Ultra a lot more day to day compared to any other smartwatch I've had because of the larger screen. Before, when I'm using my Apple Watch, I'm kind of just like looking at my notifications and I might tap around on the screen a little bit, but with the Apple Watch Ultra, because the screen is larger, because the touch points and the icons, etc., end up being larger, it's actually a joy to use, and I have been interacting with my Apple Watch more than I have ever before, and I'm pretty sure it's because the screen is larger. And furthermore, the screen gets bright, 2000 nits, and that makes it perfectly usable in Florida's sunny and bright climate. And Apple's processing of a bright screen is bar none. The colors still always look natural. Even when the always-on display is activated, it looks natural. You almost won't even think that you're looking at an OLED screen. Oh man, and the speakers on the Apple Watch Ultra sound so much better too. So for voice calls, I'm reaching into my pocket way less. Just being able to answer all my calls and being able to hear the other caller crystal clear and louder is also something that's worth mentioning. compared to using the traditional Apple Watch. Oh, one thing I forgot to talk about is the battery. So I unboxed this watch yesterday around 3:30, 4 p.m. Then I used it all day. I went out for a little bit. Then I slept with the watch so I could track my sleep. Then I woke up and I went for a run for about an hour using GPS and all of that. Then I started barbecuing, and then I started preparing for this video. So I started at 85% yesterday around 4 p.m. And so let's just say it's almost 24 hours later with doing a good amount of activities. I'm down to 33%. So not the best, but it's going to be better than the regular Apple Watch Series 8. It's not even near ready to start competing with the likes of Garmin and Suunto and some of those other workout focused watches. But also at the same time, this has a significantly more powerful chip than any of those do. As I mentioned before, I've been using my actual iPhone less because this is able to do so much of those basic tasks. The interface and the speed and the animations and the transitions is really iPhone-like. So it's always going to be a much better experience than using one of those sports-focused watches. And I can see that this extra protection, first of all, this titanium, I'm going to use it for a little bit. When I had the Galaxy Watch Pro 5 with the titanium band, which was actually the same color as this, I got several micro scratches just after a few days. I am interested to see how this one holds up. And having ceramic at the back here, that also means that I shouldn't see any wear and tear on this. I see like a lot of personal trainers or gym instructors or people who work in construction or people who work in jobs where their watches and their hands tend to get banged up. And a lot of times I see them putting gigantic thick cases on their regular Apple Watch. So this might be a worthwhile upgrade for them because with the sapphire screen and again, hopefully with the ceramic back and the titanium, you shouldn't see any type of wear and tear after a while. We'll find out, right? So this thing is not going back. My Apple Watch Series 8 is going back, which I didn't expect. So right now I'm going to be spending almost double the money, but I think this is worth it to me. I just love looking at this watch. I just love everything about it. So this surprisingly is the most impressed I was with a piece of tech this year. The tweaks that Apple made to the Apple Watch Ultra makes this the best smartwatch that you can buy right now. Alright guys, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, bye.